All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Sunday night. Yes, it's a nighttime live stream. You guys have been asking for it. Saying, why don't you live stream later? Well, we're doing it tonight. Oh, it's probably Monday, some parts of the world. Yeah, in Portugal, already Monday morning. Yeah, but thanks for stopping in. There's a big week ahead. We're going to preview that. We're going to talk about Dogecoin and a look ahead for Doge and Bitcoin. Tonight, we have the market makers, again, doing their things, especially with Bitcoin. A big run up to 92.4, taking out shorts. That's right. Bitcoin has been taking out shorts this evening. And I've got the pinger on, of course, and looking at the liquidations as they're happening live. And a lot of big Bitcoin shorts getting taken out. If we look at the $1 million, we see there was one at $2 million that got taken out, 92.5. So Bybit kind of like, maybe pushed the price up a little bit higher than it actually was. Can't imagine why they would do that. But here we've got a bunch of Bitcoins getting taken out, 200. Here's an ETH at $957,000 on ETH. So, yep, prices go up and we get shorts. We're finally going after the shorts. Oh, Ryan, come on. No, I wanted to do a late night stream. That's all. Had nothing to do with a football game. Had nothing to do with it. It's a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Of course, low roller. It's all about oils. It's all about the oil. That's right. And he's talking about Greenland again because it's about the oil. Maduro, he was just, just a thing, right? Just get him out of the way. You know that the country of Venezuela has a whole crap ton of Bitcoin too? They do. They have a crap ton of Bitcoin, more than the United States holds in Bitcoin. So, yeah. What I first want to do, though, with Bitcoin is remind everybody what's going on, right? Because back here, before the new year, back in 2025, I drew this white line. Do you guys remember this white line? I drew this white line because this is the relief rally that I predicted. You guys remember that? About a week ago, I said, come New Year, we're going to expect this kind of move for Bitcoin. The man with the key to the Venezuelan Bitcoin is on the run. Wow. Because isn't it like $600 billion worth or something? It's some huge number, right? Hey, if I had the keys to that Bitcoin, I might try that too for that much Bitcoin. I might try that too if that was me. I don't see any particular coins profiting from Venezuela. It's an all or nothing thing. Either the crypto market goes up or not. And right now, the crypto market is kind of saying, so what? Trump took out the leader of Venezuela. Let's go, right? Let's go. So this is a classic relief rally, guys. So I compare this back to what happened in early 2022 after Bitcoin hit a new all-time high of $69,000 in November, it had a pullback in December, and then in January, Bitcoin went on a run, and it went up, I don't know, like 30%. It was a pretty good sized run. And it actually kind of did a few little runs in that overall big run and went, I don't know, a couple months or so before totally tanking into the depths of the bear market. So this can happen in a bear market. And I know you guys don't want to hear this, right? You want to hear just all the good stuff. But again, I want to keep our perspective here, right? We had the October 10th flash crash, and since then, Bitcoin went down, down, down. And it went all the way down to $80,800. $80,800. So it's been up and down since then. We drew a box for it that it had been floundering around in. It's still in the box. It had dropped below it. And then we were looking at the year end. And when we were looking ahead at the year end, it was, well, I think there's going to be this relief rally coming in January. So this is what it is. So I have not changed this white line from when I drew it like a week ago. This is what I predicted, and it's following it. So, I mean, you look at a lot of the posts on X, right? And everyone's all getting like FOMO and giddy and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. This is great. Like, let's enjoy it. It's better than being down here, right? And especially with Doge, we didn't like being down below 12 cents. So this is nice, right? And so we can enjoy it. But I just have this feeling like we've seen this before. And the market makers are going to look for opportunities to take out new leverage longs. Right now, they're going after the shorts. And here's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's flying up right now. We just hit $93,000 for Bitcoin. So taking out the shorts, there's a lot of, and it's not just market makers. I mean, it's a lot of people buying as well. There's a lot of buying going on right now. So the FOMO happens when it's real, when the prices are going up. So we start with that. U.S. stock futures are steady after the U.S. arrests the Venezuelan president, right? Because no one knew, right? We were going to look ahead on Sunday night, and it's like, when the stock futures open, are they going to be tanking or are they going up? And they're kind of mid, just kind of hanging out. And VIX is coming down, which is surprising. I would expect the VIX, which is the volatility index, right? I would expect the VIX to be going up because of the uncertainty of what's going on with Venezuela. And it's actually going down. Gold is up 1.5 points. Look at what silver is too. So gold and silver are going up, and crypto is going up at the same time. It isn't like a big rotation, like everyone's selling their gold and silver and buying Bitcoin and crypto. They're all going up. So the markets are pumping. And I think a lot of that was based on how 2025 ended on a down note for crypto. And those were the bottoms that we had on New Year's Eve. So I had been talking about doing tax loss harvesting. I'm glad I didn't, because Bonk is way up, and Pepe went way up, and Pengu went up. I mean, they're all going up. So it's almost like revenge trading, we just got so sick of like the 3 months of like down, down, down that it's let's go up, right? Look at crude oil prices. They're dropping tonight because, Trump and Venezuelan oil and all of that. So, and Pomp says, look, the gas price in America may go back down to $2 a gallon, which it hasn't seen since 2020. $2 a gallon for gas. I just pumped it $2.46. I got a little bonus. I'm on some gas rewards program. So I got money off. on and it went down to like 240. So I got 246 a gallon just filling up the other day. But it's going to be $2. And that's what Trump wants, right? Trump wants low gas prices, because what does that do? That keeps the price of a lot of other things down because of like the transportation of goods around the country, right? If you're not paying a huge premium for gas, right, and gas is low, then the cost of stuff is lower. He wants to keep the country out of a recession before the midterms, which come in November. So that's kind of what's going on. Kev Capital says, but look, we got these two CME gaps now, right? We just got another one. So now we have two CME gaps. We have the one from the week before and then this week's. As Kev says, at this moment, Bitcoin currently has two local CME gaps, one at around 90,500 and the other at 88.2. These gaps fill like 70 to 80% of the time. Something to watch in the coming days. I used to not believe about it in CME gaps, but then seeing them get closed again and again and again, it may take a while to take these out, especially the lower one, back to 88.2. That may take a while. But according to my chart, it's probably going to be the end of the month. I think we're going to see the relief rally fail at some point in time. So just putting that out there, trying to keep things real. I would love to be able to just be a moon boy, and I just can't do that. But it's nice to see Doge over 15 cents and holding. 15.4, the bottom of the red box, is resistance for Doge. It did touch it a couple times here. Early Sunday morning, and then again later Sunday morning, we had a couple touches at 15.4, but got rejected. So we had a little flush early this afternoon on a few new leverage longs, and then turned around and coming back up, particularly Bitcoin, taking out shorts again. So it's taking out the shorts right now. Altcoin Sherpa is like LOL, right? The big pump up to 92 and then dump back to 91.7. And Altcoin Sherpa is saying, let's not go back into this 91 range, because that's where Bitcoin was trading most of the day, up and down in this range from 91 to 91.6. But right now we're at 92.6, 92.7. So got out of that range that Bitcoin was trading in most of the day here. So we'll see whether this holds right now. But there is a lot of buying going on and not a lot of selling. So SHIB sort of went on a big run here, started yesterday and continued overnight. But since then has been pulling back. I think SHIB got a little bit overbought here. A little bit overbought. But overall, that SHIB run, we look back to the beginning of the year, which is right here. And SHIB did go up like 35%, which is pretty good for SHIB, because SHIB's got nothing going on in there right now. But 35%. Now, Doge, during that same time, from the beginning of the year up to 15.4, is 30%. That's pretty good, right? Close. But then we look at, well, Bonk, right? Bonk kind of waited for a little bit and then went on a run here yesterday and early this morning. So since the beginning of the year, which is what I point to, is when all the tax loss harvesting stopped, Bonk was up 70%. 70% for Bonk, and is now pulling back a little bit. So that's double what SHIB did, is Bonk. So G Immortal, there you go. Oh, Pepe, yes. Sorry, I thought you said Bonk. You said Pepe. Let's look at Pepe as well. So Pepe is all the way back in the purple box because since the beginning of the year, Pepe has gone up 77%. 77% for Pepe. So a lot of buying of memes. A lot of buying of memes to start the year. And that's just because they got creamed the last quarter of 2025. They were down worse than anything else. Because you take this Pepe chart, you say, wow, that looks great. It's up 77%. And then you say, well, I mean, look at the daily. And it's not even back to the price it was before October 10th. It's not even back to that price yet. So Pepe has a long way to go for recovery. But hey, 77% is nice, particularly if you bought on New Year's Eve, right? If you were buying down here on New Year's Eve, that's a pretty good run. That's a pretty good run. So that's kind of the framework of what we're looking at in terms of what's going on right now. Coin Bureau did post that Walmart to accept Bitcoin at the checkout, except they didn't say Bitcoin, right? This is the kind of thing that I always do on X, right? So if you guys don't follow me on X, I'm at KrissPax, on X. And I put a new picture up here. This is when I was last in Miami Beach, just because I got Florida on my mind. It's like winter time, and it's like, I'd rather be in Miami Beach right now. So that's what that is. That's Miami Beach. But yeah, on X, I just make fun of all of these people who are always saying Bitcoin, 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 when it's actually about crypto. The whole Walmart thing is saying that they're going to accept crypto. They didn't say Bitcoin. And I'm like, for the guy in the Coin Bureau team, it's like, no, you forgot to mention that Walmart through OnePay also accepts Dogecoin. It's not all about Bitcoin. It's not all about Bitcoin. So this is just one of these fun little things that I do on X. It's just like I call these people out because you just keep talking about Bitcoin, and it's not, they didn't even say Bitcoin half the time. They just say crypto. And sometimes it's even just stable coins. It's not even crypto. So I try and keep it real, I try and keep it real. So what's Dogecoin's next move, right? We want to do a look ahead, which is the title of today's live stream, a look ahead. And here's the nice Doge here, and we're enjoying, like, it's a little FOMO. We got a little price action here to begin 2026. It's like, so what are we going to do? So what are we going to do? Yeah, why would anyone pay with Bitcoin? I know, it's a store of value. Nobody is, nobody wants to spend their Bitcoin except Isa, right? On Ilha de Mujeres, right? She's like, oh, I'll spend my Bitcoin. Yeah, no, not really. But she's got a nice channel, talks about Bitcoin adoption, like all that. But nobody's spending their Bitcoin. But Dogecoin, people are going to spend. So especially if the price goes up. So mass adoption of Doge is what we're talking about. Yeely on X. You go to x.com, you create an account, and then you just do a search for KrissPax, at KrissPax, and you'll find me. And then you can follow me. I've got 62,000 followers. So you follow me right there and engage. Say hello. Say hello over on X. And I'm giving away Dogecoin too. Today I'm giving away Dogecoin on X because I said if the Patriots beat the Dolphins today, someone who likes and comments on this post and follows me on X will win some Dogecoin. Unbelievable year for the Patriots. But yeah, Patriots and Dogecoin. It's kind of my two favorite things right now. So yes, I'm giving away Dogecoin on X. And I will do more next week when the playoffs begin. Patriots, I will be doing this again next week. But you have to follow me. You have to like the post that I make. And you have to comment on the post in order to be eligible to win Dogecoin. So you want a picture of this Dogecoin here? You want this one? Okay. I can send that to you. Yeah, so where's this thing going to go? What's the look ahead here? So as we gear up for the next alt season, I mean, there's many who are predicting an alt season in 2026. And I'm just saying, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's be careful, right? Yeah, and I got 21.4 subs now on YouTube. Thank you, Maramella. Yep. Thank you. Alt season. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have a true alt season or not. I think right now we've got a big run on memes, and memes are kind of controlling the beginning of 2026, which is great, but I don't think it's going to sustain, and I don't think it's going to be a true alt season. Bitcoin is still showing a lot of strength, right? A lot of strength here with Bitcoin. So, and there's not a rotation like out of Bitcoin into alts like we had last cycle. And Bitcoin dominance is still above 59. It's still in the purple box. Bitcoin dominance has been in this purple box for a long time, since early October, since August. Bitcoin dominance has been the same since August. That's not alt season. There's no alt season here. So the exchanges take your money, Yeely, when you buy crypto. The exchanges take your money. And they say, thank you very much. Yep. So look ahead. It's interesting to note that Dogecoin follows a pretty consistent pattern across different market cycles. Each major price rally kicked off after a long accumulation period where the price didn't budge, market enthusiasm dwindled, only to come roaring back. We saw in 2017, Dogecoin skyrocketed over 9,000% from its base. Then in 2021, Dogecoin had a rise of over 28,000%. Both times it didn't take off immediately. There was a period of stagnation before the real action started. Right now, Doge seems to be in a similar situation, resting above a long-standing support zone that has previously held firm. Market sentiment is crucial in the crypto game. Dogecoin is no exception. The buzz around altcoins could significantly shape Doge's price movements. Historically, Dogecoin has thrived during alt season, making this a moment to keep an eye on. Now, I always add to this that Dogecoin can always have its own catalysts. If we see X money launch, if Elon does something with Tesla, we've got Doge OS launching probably at the end of this month, somewhere around there, early February, we'll see. I'm very curious what all that's about. So this can all help Dogecoin, not Dogecoin just doing whatever alt season was doing. Because again, we may not have a true alt season. There'll be some pumps like we see going on right now. But overall, I don't know if there's going to be a huge like blow off alt season like we had in 2021. So experts are saying Dogecoin could make some serious moves during alt season. Key indicators will be market sentiment, trading volume, and regulatory developments. Now, regulatory developments, I wouldn't be waiting on those because it's all about stablecoins. But market sentiment is turning around and the trading volume is going up. We had $3 billion of trading volume on Doge on Friday. I was just like, now we're talking. The stuff where we were less than $1 billion on a day was like, ugh. But now we're talking. So if capital rotates into high risk, high reward altcoins, that is the true definition of alt season, right? Because that's when FOMO's kicking in and the money isn't going into gold or silver or stocks. It's going into cryptos and particularly crypto alts. Dogecoin's past shows it won't need much to push to move up quickly. So could we see targets of 65 cents or even double that up to $1.25? That could be on the table if market conditions shift in favor of altcoins. Now, I'm not going to talk about $1.25 yet because, I mean, getting to 65 cents is going to be quite a challenge, or even Dogecoin's previous all-time high of 73 cents. And there's going to be a lot of profit taking and selling going on if Doge gets up to those prices. So, but Dogecoin right now, yeah, it's been in a holding pattern, but we've seen 4 days of nice gains. No clear breakout yet, but no signs of a major drop either. If Doge maintains its support level, the outlook remains positive. The price action may seem dull now, but in past cycles, this has often been the calm before the storm. As we inch closer to alt season, it's wise for investors to stay alert to potential opportunities arising from Dogecoin's history and the current market landscape. So that's what's going on with Doge. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good write-up of what's going on. So again, we are on our 5th green day in a row. The day started about an hour and a half ago. That's, UTC time. So this is nice. 5 days in a row. SHIB is recovering well, Ricky Ricardo. Not really mooning yet. In fact, in the past hour and a half, SHIB is actually kind of down a little bit. It has a red daily candle right now. Or Doge is in the green. I think SHIB got a little overbought. A little overbought. But SHIB's done well, obviously, the beginning of the year. So, UTC, you like that? Oh, right. UTC. I got it, Ryan. Somebody lives over there. Are you shorting? This is setting up to be that kind of thing, right? Particularly if Doge comes back up to like 15.4 again, up at resistance, because that is the resistance line, 15.4. There's a lot of new shorts are entering. And I saw that earlier, Paul, when I looked at the heat map on Dogecoin particularly, you could see the new shorts coming in right above 15.4. So that's what we've got. This is Bitcoins tonight. Let me get over to Doge, and you'll see it on the Doge heat map. Right here. See, Dogecoin hit 15.4 twice, came back down, and look at all the shorts. So the liquidation price here is at like 15.4, 15.5, right? Big shorts. 6 million on that line, 5.8 million on that line. So these are new shorts right here because they're like you, Paul. They're shorting. They do not believe this rally is going to sustain, and they are shorting. Now, the market makers may look at this and go, some juicy shorts we can take out. But is there enough momentum to get Dogecoin to come back up, to get through that 15.4 resistance and come up to 15.45 to take that out? I don't know. Ryan says, let's get that liquidation and then I swing. So Ryan, would you really do that? Would you really do that? Would you take part of your portfolio and sell some Doge? If it goes up and grabs that liquidity up there, would you do that, Ryan? Wow. I thought you were just a DCA, buy and hold. Small. Right. Like, can pick up some extra Doge this way, right? Yeah. We'll see if we can get that momentum. It's looking good right now. And we got Bitcoin just hit 93,000 again. Now, my prediction of the relief rally for Bitcoin is to go up to 102,000. So, but it won't be in one line, right? But so far, it's following my line. I think it'll bounce around a little bit and eventually go up higher. That's how a relief rally works. I was just like drawing just to illustrate a relief rally in an overall bear market can look like this. And this is what we got going on. I don't know if we're going to have a true short squeeze, Flying Tiger. I don't think there's enough, right, to really have a true short squeeze. The dollar amounts here are just not that much to really, particularly, go back to Bitcoin. We just don't have these huge amounts of shorts up here. Let me zoom out on like the 2 week. Let's see what's up here. Because I know there's some shorts that go all the way back to October, up at 126,000, and they've been making money. But yeah, there's just all the liquidities down here. I mean, look at this. It's all down here. These longs are winning right now. And this is over the last 2 weeks. Shorts have been getting taken out since the new year. A lot of shorts getting taken out. So kind of interesting. What's going on? Sell. Hold. Zone. I mean, Zone did well on Friday. It went up like 20% or something. So it's a start, Boss Mac. It's a start. Joshua, I want to see slow and steady gains penny by penny. And the longs take a long, long break. Well, the longs will be winning if we see these penny by penny gains. Doge seems to be stuck under this 15.4 line, though. The 15.4 is a tough resistance line for Dogecoin right now. That's right here. It's the bottom of the red box. Doge is king. New Year's Eve, I bought Pepe Bonk Sheeb. You took some profit today. Good idea. I mean, Bonk was up 50%. Pepe was up 70%. I mean, yeah. Adding Doge and XRP. Good luck. I really feel staying positive and strong in the crypto world will bring good blessings. That's nice, Joanna. I like that. I like that. Short the market, get wiped out. If the rally continues up and you're shorting, that is the challenge. I would rather keep my coins. I'd rather keep my coins. Swing trading, I would consider that, but not shorting. You're shorting. You were 5.9, now you're 5.7. 2026 will be very different from previous years. Well, right now I am comparing it to 2022. I still believe in the 4-year cycles. We're having a relief rally like we had in 2022. We had an all-time high in 2021 in November for Bitcoin. We had an all-time high for Bitcoin in October 2025 before the big flash crash. So the 4-year cycles are still generally in play. It's like, what's going to be the black swan that's going to hit, right? That's going to dump the market. So that's just a thing out there. I don't know. Ramsey's about the super cycle. I don't know. It'd be good to see. I mean, I still hold a lot of crypto. It's like I didn't sell anything, sell everything and sit on cash, right? I sold what I sold to buy the house, but that was almost a year ago now. And since then, I was just doing some swing trading, getting out of some positions and entering others. But I didn't really believe we were going to be full bear market, and I'm just going to sell everything because it's crypto. It's like, yeah, you don't know. You don't know. It's about time we go up, isn't it? Yeah, red box, please. Of course, that's not good enough for Charlotte. She'll only be happy if we make the purple box. But I get it. I get it. One thing at a time. Exactly, purple. Daddy needs a new car. Resistance point is where so many people have sell orders in it, so it can't get up. That's part of it, but also when you just see where the rejections are, right? We've had 3 rejections today at 15.4. So that makes a short-term resistance. Just sold some smelly ones. Good swing. Hey, fart coin? Sure. Swing it, baby. Swing the smelly one. Excuse me. Free from the matrix. Doge is moving. Doge is up the same amount of Bitcoin. So that's totally wrong. Dogecoin's up over 30% since the start of the year. I just showed that. That's better than over half the cryptos. So be careful. Doge is going up. Is it going up like Bonk today? No, but Bonk wasn't going up as great on the first like Doge was. So just watch the different dates. We got this pinger going off. Bitcoin is just taking out the shorts. Look at this. Taking out the shorts, and ETH too. Huge shorts getting taken out. It's like a lot of this is ETH right now. What's ETH doing? 3,200 on ETH. Taking out the shorts. Let's go. Well, how about a white swan? I like that, Flying Tiger. Let's get a white swan. We need some good news, right? Did we have a 1010 previously? Yeah, it was called Luna. Remember Luna? 2022? Oh, we had Luna. Yep. That was one of the worst black swans there was. And we had Celsius and Voyager and BlockFi and then eventually FTX. 2022 was tough. That was tough. One disaster after another. Hey, Gary, how are you? Welcome. I kind of just want to put a bit in my alts that are still down. Yeah, let's get through the red first. Wow, ETH is just crushing it right now with the shorts, taking out the shorts tonight. Is Mego going to do something fun tomorrow? You know, when it comes to those stocks, it's so unpredictable. So unpredictable. I sold my Mego for a loss for my tax loss harvesting because I did that with stocks, Mego and Zone. And then Zone turned around and went up like 20% or something crazy. But Mego is kind of sitting there doing nothing. So we'll see. Doge versus Bitcoin? Sure. We can look at Doge versus Bitcoin. Let's zoom out to like the 4 hour. It's better to see it on a bigger time frame. Doge versus a Bitcoin. That's Doge dominance. Doge versus Bitcoin. So, since the beginning of the year, Doge is outperforming Bitcoin. Yet another reason why this guy who said that Doge doesn't do anything is incorrect, right? Because actually Doge has been outperforming Bitcoin since the beginning of the year. So it's actually, oh, look at that, the purple box. It did come back in the purple box here briefly earlier today. Look at that. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Doge is outperforming Bitcoin on the year so far. It's only been 4 days, but on the year so far, Doge is outperforming Bitcoin. It's a start. I know it's way down from 2025 was not a great year for Doge versus Bitcoin, but the only thing that changed in the 4-year cycle until now is the fact that the cycle we had 2 red and 2 green yearly candles. Yep. 2025, the end of 2025 really messed things up. I don't really call that changing the 4-year cycle. I think the 4-year cycle is actually 3 years and 11 months, and it's pushing to the left a little bit by 1 month. And that's because Bitcoin halvings aren't exactly 4 years apart. They're actually about 3 years and 11 months. Just one of those things. The super pooper cycle. We might get 7 green candles in a row on the 30-minute chart. Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 on Saturday. We had 6 in a row on Saturday. That was nice. So far, we've got 3 for Doge. Oh, it's getting kind of quiet all of a sudden. Maybe Bitcoin and ETH are going to take a little breather right now. Getting all the notifications now since Robinhood. I know, right? Everybody's got a little XRP, a little ETH, a little Solana, right? So now you get the notifications for all of them. Me too. Yep. Yep. I hold some XRP and I hold some Solana now on Robinhood. I haven't gone through X yet because I'm doing this right now. So once I'm done with the live stream, I'll go over on X and I will figure out who gets the Doge. All right. Yeah, there's always one in the room. Hey, but I try and teach, right? This is edutainment, right? There's an education piece of this. I don't know why when people type something in and something different shows up. I don't know how that happens. If I remember correctly, Shiva says, every time Doge would make its climb upwards last cycle, it always happened during the evenings. Huh. I don't know if that's true. But hey, I'm doing an evening live stream now. It's a night stream tonight, which is fun. I mean, not many are live right now. So thanks for being here. If you haven't been here before, subscribe to the KrissPax channel. Try and keep it real here. Try not to get too moon boyish. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat because I do engage with my audience here on YouTube. I answer your questions to the best of my ability. I'm not one of those who just say what I say and never engage with the chat. I always engage with the chat, probably more than just about anybody else on YouTube in this crypto space. So Do give a like and a subscribe. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Is it safe to catch the run up? Buy a bit with the expectation will be 20 cents by the end of the month. I usually look for those red candles, like we had this one here earlier today. I look for one of those. Again, this is just the market makers like doing a little dip here to pick up some new longs. So tonight, if you see one of these red candles, that would be the time to pick some up. Again, not financial advice. This is what I would do if I was looking to buy. Even though it's not 12 cents or 13 cents anymore, it's now 15. But yeah, if you think it's going to be 20, you want to get the best price as possible. But I always look for those kinds of moves, those red candles. And that's where I do my buying. XRP up to 215. Yeah, XRP had it following ETH, having a little bit of a run here. My XRP is happy. What were you saying for Bitcoin, Chad? Did I miss something? Oh, 7 green candles on the 30-minute chart for Bitcoin. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. 6 in a row. What did we have earlier? 1, 2, 3. We had 5, and then 1 small red, and then we had 4 more greens. So that was pretty good. 9 out of 10, not bad. But yeah, these are much better, right? Bigger candles. Yeah, we'll see. Still in play. Some analysts say Doge will go to $35. Yeah. Javon Marks said, I called him out on it too. He responded to me. I forget what his was, to like $20. It was just like, again, they're comparing like the 2021 pump. And we didn't have that in 2025. And it's just like, you're off. Has there ever been a banger of a run in crypto in January? Yeah, the end of January 2021. The last 2 days of January 2021. Dogecoin went up 800%. 800%. So yeah, it has happened. Not a fan of the Sunday pump there. Could set up for a Monday dump. It could. There's a lot of strength right now, though, in this move. I wasn't expecting this on a Sunday night. I was expecting to be looking at the futures here and seeing, after the Venezuela thing, seeing like red, but it's not. It's all kind of staying even. U.S. stock futures are steady. The VIX is going down. Gold and silver are going up. Oil is dropping. It's just, it's a good Sunday night. We'll see whether it holds. Well, that's a stupid thing. You can't say that because Bonk on one day went up huge. Bonk got killed in Q4 2025, right? Doge did much better over those 3 months than Bonk did. But today, Bonk went up big. So it's a stupid comment saying Doge is pathetic compared to other coins. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and you get a different story, okay? Somebody compare it to the Russell. The Russell doesn't do anything. Crypto got killed while the Russell was still going up at the end of 2025. So you can't compare alts to the Russell. 2025 totally took that theory out. XLM is going to follow XRP, and it will continue to follow XRP. So here's XRP, and I'll bet if we look at the XLM chart, which I haven't looked at in months, but I'm guessing on the short term, XLM looks very similar because that's what XLM does. pretty close. Yep, pretty close for XLM. It kind of just mimics XRP. XRP though, up to 216 now, making a big move up. Boy, that free XRP from Robinhood's looking pretty good. I mean, it was only like $2 worth, but hey, it's looking pretty good. The XGivvy is rigged, probably more rigged. Yeah, I don't have a random giveaway tool on X. I got to figure out how to take care of that. If I type something and it puts in something else, maybe it'll be intelligent. Turbo. You do like to have a lot of fun, though. I'll give you that. So we take that. We like that. We absolutely like that. Look at Pepe's dropping. Dropping over the past hour here. 2 hours. Or Caspa's going up. Look at Caspa. You never know. It's kind of random. Best late night host around. I don't do this very often. I've done some rocket launches live at night. And I've done a few like big pump live streams at night. But this was, as Ryan said earlier, it was just because I was out at a sports bar with some friends watching the Patriots game. Little horse had a little beer. Hit the likes. You rebranded your YouTube channel. Waves by Blaze. Good name. Good luck with your YouTube channel. Definitely good luck. The Walmart Bitcoin news is not why I'm streaming. And as I said earlier, it's not all about Bitcoin. It really isn't. It's not Bitcoin. It says crypto, right? It says crypto. They accept Dogecoin too. OnePay accepts a lot of different cryptos. It's not all about Bitcoin. It isn't. So all the Bitcoin maxis here are all going to say, oh, it's going to be Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. And it's not. They didn't even say Bitcoin. They said crypto. And you can spend your Dogecoin through OnePay at Walmart. Nope. The positive spikes have not changed my summer 2026 expectations. They haven't. I'm still 4-year cycle. This is a relief rally like we've had in 2022. We had a relief rally. Unfortunately, that is where I am. But I'll enjoy the relief rally. Anthony, good morning to you. How are you? So you're bullish because I'm bearish. But I'm enjoying the relief rally. I'm enjoying it. BitTensor Tau, I don't really follow. I hear it's like an AI thing or something, but again, when it comes to crypto tokens, it's like, what does AI really mean? Like fetch AI, what does it actually do? It doesn't do anything directly related with AI. So I don't know. I just don't know what it does. I wanted to buy at 11, but it just felt nice to have a bit more of cash buffer at the moment. It may go back. It may go back. Maybe with all the setbacks and fear in the market last year, we're just a little delayed and 2026 will be awesome. Maybe. Again, I mean, we didn't have Uptober and Moonvember like everybody was predicting in 2025. Everybody. It just didn't happen that way. So if everybody predicted 2026 would be a bear market, it would probably be a bull. But right now, what I'm seeing, it's kind of mixed. There isn't this like 90% of people predicting bear market in 2026. It's not. There's a lot of people following, like Tom Lee and Raul Paul talk about the business cycle. And the ISM is going to be up, big in like April and May. So crypto is going to be up then. I don't know. And then there are those that are just stupid and want clicks, especially the ones on X. God, they bother me so much. They just keep posting the same crap over and over again that they know is not correct, but they post it because they get clicks and views. Well, thank you, Willie. Doge outpaces the market over periods of time. It does. You just can't pick and choose, right? Well, on this day, Doge sucked. Well, give it another day and it'll go up. Jasmy, good question. I still hold Jasmy. And Jasmy is following the market pretty well, like the rest of the market since the beginning of the year. I'll give it a line as well that marked the beginning of the year. Oh, it's a 4-hour chart. Let me go back. So I get it exactly right. Right there. So since the beginning of the year, Jasmy is up 30%. So very similar to Doge. Jasmy has the potential to easily do 300%. Very much so. And that would be only half. That would only get it halfway back to where I sold a lot of my Jasmy up at 3 cents. But now it's still under a penny. But Jasmy always has the ability to go on big runs on its own as well, just like Doge does. We saw that with Jasmy, especially in 2024. So yeah, if I was looking for other cryptos to buy, Jasmy would be on the list. Again, I bought it last cycle and I made a lot of money off it. I would do that again, but I'm not in the same position now. Getting a lot of rain out there. Well, be careful, especially if you're on your scooter. You got in on XPL. You're going to give that a try. I don't know. That's a wild one. It's a wild one. Will Doge get to 35 cents this relief rally? Well, Elijah, I'll say, let's see when X money launches to the public, and let's see what kind of FOMO Doge has, because that's what it would take. Doge isn't going to 35 cents based on just the overall crypto market, right? Doge needs a catalyst. It needs something specific. It needs an Elon moment, or something like that to get the FOMO come in order to hit 35 cents. Yeah, we looked at Kaspa earlier. Kaspa's having a little run here. Let's see where Kaspa is since the beginning of the year while we're doing some comparisons, right? About 21%. So not as good as Jasmy and Doge since the beginning of the year. But hey, 21% in 4 days. That's pretty good. Yeah, we got snow this morning. We're going to get some more snow tomorrow night. It's Boston. It's Boston. Yeah, I'll take a look at XPL. Sure. XPL got killed in 2025. Absolutely destroyed. So It does deserve to come back. I'll give you that. I will give you that. From the beginning of the year, 23%. Again, 23% is good. But again, on XPL, you go to the weekly and you see, like, well, let's go to the daily. That goes too far back. You see what it is, right? We were kind of making fun of it here in October with just a big sell-off, but actually it hit its low back in middle of December. So this is actually starting to curve up a bit. But I don't know, overall, this is not a good chart for its life. Joshua, you like the late night streams? Because you're not at work. That's right. Yeah. I'll throw these in when I can. It's pretty chill, you know? It's pretty chill. Bitcoin waking up. Relief rally, baby. As predicted. This is what I predicted, relief rally. And it's following it so far here in 2026. It's following it. Kriss after hours. No, why do you have to bring that up? No. And that would only be a summertime thing, Ryan. It's cold. It's cold, wintertime, Boston. I don't trade Bitcoin Cash. No. I trade Bitcoin. I don't touch Bitcoin Cash or Satoshi Vision SV or anything else on Bitcoin. Stacks is about the only thing Bitcoin related, and I lost a lot of money on that, although it's kind of coming back a little, but this year will be different. I think so. I think it's going to mimic 2022 more than anything else, but it'll be its own thing. I don't know how OnePay works, Ryan, with Walmart. I don't know. Or such OnePay, what it was called? OnePay? OnePay. I don't know. It might be an online thing only. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. Planning on saving up dry powder for the summer. That is my plan, Joshua. My plan over the next 6 months is to save up. And I'm probably going to keep a lot of cash on like Robinhood Gold and just earn interest on it and see what happens. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it starts rallying now and it keeps rallying throughout the year, I mean, so I miss out. But again, I make predictions and I trade what I believe. And that worked out pretty well last cycle. It worked out for me pretty well. So I'm going to stick with that. If this is a relief rally, then if you believe on taking some profits at 100K, I mean, that's what I will be doing. I will be taking some profits. Yes, because I believe that the summer of 2026 is going to be lower than, let's say, end of January 2026. If we do, this relief rally continues up over 100K. Yes, that's what I believe. So I was predicting 20-cent Doge, 20 cents. And we're already up to 15, so that's pretty good. I was predicting 20, so that's another 33% from here. Is that right? Yeah. 2026 could be like 2025. It can be in that it's unpredictable, but it's not going to mirror it. I don't think we're going to have that whole Trump tariff thing and the stupid Trump token. Did you slander the Patriots? Did I miss something? Sorry, I was at a bar. I didn't read all the comments. But when I get to them, yeah, you're out. 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 Can we ask the magic 8 ball if Doge will hit 20 cents by the end of January? Nadron, that is a great question. And guess what? This will be the first magic 8 ball question of 2026. The first magic 8 ball question, and this is a good one. This is a good one, guys. Will Dogecoin hit 20 cents by the end of January? Everybody, we have a question for the KrissPax Magic 8 Ball. Will Dogecoin hit 20 cents by the end of January? The Magic 8 Ball says, don't count on it. Don't count on it. That's not what we wanted to see. You probably can't see that. Don't count on it. Yeah. We don't like that. Boo. Now everybody hates the 8 ball. Throw it against the wall. Anthony thinks this is alt season. Oh, God. Anthony. Dude. Did you see Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance is not dropping. It's not alt season. Bitcoin dominance is chopping around sideways. Not alt season. You really think the whole first quarter we're going to go up, Anthony? Just because we were down Q4 2025. We'll see. Yeah, William thinks we're a bear market. X Money launch in 2025. I know, right? Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh. The big catalyst, could Doge, well, see, I mean, those are the wild card things, right? I mean, all of a sudden, if like Elon is accepting Dogecoin directly for Tesla cars, that changes the ballgame. But without that stuff, Doge will be like 8-9 cents this summer. That's what I think. Welcome, Jacob. Love the late night stream. God candle imminent. Flying Tiger is very bullish. Can you use multiple ledger devices on one ledger app? I don't know. I only have my one. And then I have some other crypto over on Exodus wallet. So those are the two that I use. Exodus wallet. And the Exodus wallet, I don't use the app. I have it on another laptop. So I treat it kind of as a cold storage wallet. But you can do staking. So like ETH staking, I can do on Exodus wallet. So that's why I use Exodus. The ledger I don't want connected. I don't want my ledger connected. That's where I hold most of my Doge, my Bitcoin. I'm like, no, I do not want my ledger connected. I don't want Ledger Live to be live. Like, no, I don't do trading on it. I don't do swaps or transfers or anything like that. It's just security, cold storage wallet, safe. No pants after dark. No, I'm wearing pants. You think you know why? Oh, yeah, one of those things. Yeah, I've done that before. All-time high incoming. You are bullish. Ah, you are bullish. There were a few long liquidations, but most of them are short now, Byron. It's the shorts that are getting the bulk of the liquidations now. But there's a bunch of long ones down here. $86,000 Bitcoin. Huge amount of Bitcoin long leverage trades down here. So if we follow the CME gaps that Kev Capital says, look, we got some CME gaps that are now open. This one down to 90,500 and this down to 88,200 for the CME gap. If it's going to fill and they get the price down to 88, I don't think 86 is too far of a stretch to get these longs. But for today, we're watching this big run up to 93K, and we're watching the shorts getting taken out. It's just right now, the bulk of the leverage is all down here. A lot more on longs than shorts. Things all of a sudden seem to quiet down. Yeah. I think we may have lost our big momentum here. Yeah, the X giveaway is totally rigged. I'm probably going to give out multiples. Put it in your pocket and play pool. It just means it's going to go above it. Right. It's not going to stop at 20 cents. 15-cent Doge. Let's pray for a dip. Who likes to buy in higher? If you're looking to buy and you want a dip, that was just the warm-up. I should ask again. Will Andy pick me? Don't count on it. Oh. What about Solana? Did you get some free Solana from Robinhood? Like the rest of us? Some free Solana? It's just following the market right now. Pretty average, I would say. Oops. So from the beginning of the year, Solana is up not even 10%. So again, the memes are outperforming. Bonk and Pepe and Floki and Pengu, Doge, Sheeb, they're outperforming, the bigger ones. Solana's all right. Crypto will rip more in Feb. I don't know. I don't know. Is there going to be a government shutdown again? End of January? That's out there. Some late night streams aren't so good. Turbo, come on. I'm working here, man. Wish we'd at least get some news about X money. I agree. What is going on? You're up on Pepe? Thinking of taking some aim of that, holding it, buying more? If you want to swing trade, that's what you're talking about, Gene, is swing trading. Right? So you sell a little bit of your Pepe up here, probably above 7. It's now 69, right? You want to sell up here, and then you buy on the red candle when it comes back down. And that would be a swing trade. And you end up with a little more Pepe. Tough to do, though. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. So it's a risk. It's all risky. It's all risky. You're still going to go with the whole opposite Kriss theory, huh, Anthony? You're really going to do that. It's getting old. It's getting old. Yeah, got some free ETH. I got Bitcoin. Well, I got Dogecoin, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and XRP. A little bit of each. No grand prizes. The Porsche would have been nice. The Porsche would have been nice. Maybe we get a relief rally and some manipulation to get more longs to bite. Then if the government shuts down, the rally will be over and the market makers will take out the longs. Correct. That was exactly my theory. That's where that whole line came from for Bitcoin. Was that. Government shutdown, end of January. So this is February. I don't know. Just something to consider. Because if you follow all the moon boys on X Twitter, you won't see anybody else talking about that except me and Kev Capital. We're the ones who keep it real. Yeah, that $1.08 of Solana. Huge, John. It was huge. And can't sell it for a year, so you're stuck with it. Yep. You think there's going to be government shutdown? Right now, Polymarket is actually kind of low on it. Let's see what it says. See what it says here. It should be somewhere near the top, right? It isn't one of the top ones. I would have thought it would have been one of the top ones. The presidential election winner of 2028, J.D. Vance over Gavin Newsom. U.S. government shutdown. Will there be another government shutdown? 22%. Yeah, it's pretty low. It's been going down, actually. Back in December, it was up here at like 38%. Now it's down to like 22. So that seems to be declining. I don't know, Ryan. We'll see. Byron says, don't swing trade now. Let's see whether this relief rally has a more rally to it, huh? Jason just continues to do his thing. Yep. Slow and steady wins the race. Your average is 10 cents. Nice. Hey, DB. How you doing? Yeah, Kriss is here, awake on a Sunday night. Triple this says this is more than a relief rally. Well, that's the thing. You don't know until it's over. So I'm just doing my thing. Come on, peek. You're putting your bet in on Robinhood about the government shutdown? You have good odds then. She's turning you into a gambler, Ryan. You know that, right? She's turning you into a gambler. Something is brewing. Pistachios, Warps. You shared your Dogecoin wallet amounts. Wow. That's big, Ryan. That's really big. Of course, we kind of already knew how much you had. Yes, music, a night stream. Because I was at a bar with some friends watching the Pats game. That's why my throat is a little bit hoarse. Because it was wild. Great game. On to the playoffs. You've always been a gambler? Don't need Charlotte for that. I know, that's pretty official, isn't it? Well, last I heard, you had passed 1 million. I know that. I don't know the exact number now. It's probably 1 point, I don't know, 6 or 7 or something. I don't know. No, you wouldn't have gotten that much since you passed 1 million. Unless you've been doing some bulk buying on the dips. Oh, you never said that. Oh. Well, you can tell me in March. That's just 2 months away. I'm coming. You think the cycles stretch out over time? There's a lot of people talking about that, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced yet. So until it changes, and it hasn't changed yet. And I think the setup we have now on this relief rally is very similar to 2022. Trends can end, yes, agreed. But until then, I'm still trading it. I'm still trading the trend. I think there's a better chance of that. It worked for me last cycle, big time. So I'm going to do it again. You go back, Jack, do it again. Yeah, it can't just be Denny's. I agree. We got to do better than Denny's. It was cute, right? Because there's no Denny's around here. Maybe I'll do breakfast the next morning. I'll go to Denny's for that. There's got to be like a late night sports bar or something. Is San Antonio like lame, or do they have like good sports bars? Find one of those. Snowing again. Yeah, we had snow this morning, and we're snowing in Boston again tomorrow night. Holy pump, Henry says. Holy pump. Nope, not really. We had a nice run, though, here. Last night, nice run and up and down. Bitcoin was trying to play catch up today. And I think we topped for this little run right here during the late night KrissPax live stream. Well, it's late night for some people. Yeah, I think that might have been it. That would have been the time to open your short right there, 93.3. South Africa. Welcome. The Waffle House. Another great breakfast place. I would not be eating dinner at the Waffle House. Hey, MB, they changed Doge to don't. See, it's happening. Yeah, see, it's happening. People they type it in and YouTube changes the word on you. I think there's some AI thing going on. I really do. I think there's some AI thing going on. YouTube has been implementing more AI stuff. And I think it's like it's almost like spell check where they change the words. Yeah, exactly. I think it's spell check. But it's not even giving you a chance to say yes or no, whether you agree with the change. It just does it. I don't like that. No Waffle Houses in San Antonio. Yeah, last time I had a Waffle House was in Lexington, Kentucky, where my cousin and aunt live. Was visiting there. Waffle House was so good. Kentucky. I know. No, absolutely no use case whatsoever. Like Pepe. It's no use case. But it's ripping. I know. And I almost sold my Pepe on New Year's Eve. In my bonk. I couldn't believe it. I was really honestly thinking about this whole tax loss harvesting thing, and I didn't. So glad I didn't. Wow. As much as I type Doge, you'd think that that would be the default. Yeah, is Warbs working right now? Unfortunately, yes. The typos are on mobile phones, not the desktop. It could be. It could be the app. The YouTube app does it, but not youtube.com on a desktop. Yeah, it could be. If October to December 2025, crypto kept going down, so I do not see why crypto can't go up from January to March. See, March got changed to match on Anthony. Except crypto was manipulated down from October to December. And we were watching all the leverage get taken out lower and lower and lower. I don't think that's going to happen going up. So I'm not counting on that. But we'll see. I have it on my charts. I have it on my charts. Fogo de chlorine. 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 The Magnolia Pancake House in San Antonio. The Magnolia Pancake House. Fogo de Chao. I didn't think it was chlorine. Might not be open. That's why I'm thinking sports bar, because the game isn't over till like what, 9:30, 10 o'clock? So if we're going out after the game, a lot of places won't be open. I'm very observant of what is not being said. I think the chat has bought up about every possibility. So I don't know what else there could be that's not being said. Peak? I have no idea about that stupid token. You would think with everything going on with what they're doing and what they're building, that the Peak token would be doing better than it is. 3.9 cents. It's a tough one with this. It's a tough one. It's got so far to go. This was a big tax loss harvest for me, was getting out of this. Yep. And I did that right there. 9.6 9.8. That's where I sold right there. So I don't know. I mean, it's got a 3x to get back up to that level, almost. It might be tough. But look at this. As we begin 2026, we're on our 5th green candle in a row. Obviously, this being the Monday candle, so we'll see how things go on Monday for that. What does not be say is we're going to Whataburger. Hey, if we end up at Whataburger, we end up at Whataburger. Like, gonna be hungry, unless we're snacking during the game. Did you see Jaylen Brown just poured in 50 points against the Clippers? Celtics are looking great without Tatum. Without Tatum. If Tatum comes back for that game in San Antonio, that's going to be quite the thing. I hope Wemby is not injured. We're going someplace better. Yeah, it's on me. So just there are limits, though, right? Not Mickey D's. Yeah, Celtics are playing. They're playing good ball. Without Tatum there, it's given some other people a chance, some other players a chance to show what they can do. They're balling. They're balling. I think it's funny that Oklahoma City has 5 losses and 3 of them are to San Antonio. So that's good for you guys if you have to face them in the playoffs. Pritchard. Yeah, Peyton's good. Why is Shiba pumping? It's not. It's in the red. It's going down. Look, dude, I know you like your Sheeb, but man, you like your Sheeb. It's one of these things, right? And that's what I'm seeing right now. And that is not pumping. Now, did it pump before? Yeah. But now it's going down. And this was since noon today. And it's still down versus Doge. So, but I know you want to pump your sheep bags. I get it. And B's trying to catch up at 2x. Manipulation works both ways. It's just harder for them to manipulate it up. It's easier for them to take it down. The market makers have to get retail buying as well to push the price up. They just can't do it by themselves. That's what KrissPax believes. Harder to do. Let's see if there's been any change in the futures. They're all green now. NASDAQ up 0.3% now. So, yeah, all the futures are looking good. VIX is still down. Gold is up. See what silver's doing. Silver's up. So, yeah, that's gold and silver aren't done yet. If we reach Kriss's magnet at 30 cents, I'm going to Denny's. Get that Grand Slam breakfast. Get the Grand Slam. I can use the senior discount now. Denny's. Senior. Kriss typing in caps. Where am I typing in caps? I don't typically type in caps. I know, silver holding strong. Silver. Oh, when I typed in here? Yeah, it defaults to caps. Even when I type, this is all lowercase, I'm typing. But it puts it in caps. There's no lowercase. There's no lowercase choice on it. Just to be technical. Yeah, silver top was as I called it right there. And that was on the 28th of December. I called the top. It was the top. Now, will silver get back up? That is $83.64. We'll see. But we're starting off. We're starting off today. Silver moving up. So yeah, not falling off. But that was definitely overbought. And then if you want to compare it to gold, other people look at gold, 4,400. So gold doing the same thing. It topped back here, had a sell-off, and now it's just kind of chopping around. Go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still following my relief rally prediction. It made its own box, which is a yellow box, because Bitcoin's different. Yeah, tonight it's still active trading. H bar performing well. Heavy H bar. Heavy H bar. 12.7. Yeah, H bar is 12.7. Algo is 13.6. Doge is 15. They all used to be the same price. They were all the same price, those three. And Doge is outperforming since then, Algo and H bar. The Mamba mentality. Welcome. Hello, hello. Yeah, LeBron, yeah, doesn't play defense at all. Agreed, Anthony. When Doge goes red, your video becomes top tier entertainment. It depends on, did I make a bullish or bearish video that day? I've been making a lot of bearish videos the past couple months, if you haven't noticed. Don't get it right every day. Time to rotate into crypto. Yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the stream, whether that's really going to be a thing. I think these first 4 days, it's been the memes, because the memes got crushed so bad. October, November, December. I mean, so bad that there was a lot of buying at the bottom, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And everybody's in profit for what you bought then, like big time. Will that continue? That's the question. The most overused mocking emoji. Yeah. Aha. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we get a few of them. It's all right. Again, I try and do edutainment here, right? Little education, little entertainment. I know it's your money, but again, it's crypto, it's risky, it's all. We try and have some fun. And particularly with Dogecoin too, because it's a meme coin and it's fun. If I just did Bitcoin all the time, this would be so boring. Bitcoin, but there's enough Bitcoin maxis out there. There's enough other YouTubers that just only talk about Bitcoin. It's like, I'm not going to do that. Now we touch on Bitcoin and we look at Bitcoin to compare how other cryptos are performing against Bitcoin. And we do have a lot of fun. Yes, right. We have a lot of fun. And during the KrissPax live streams, if you've got a question, you get an answer because I engage with the chat. Ever watch one of those Peter Schiff live streams where he's going on about gold? The chat is going on, and he doesn't even look at it. He doesn't even look at the chat at all. There's no engagement with the chat. He just talks for 45 minutes straight and then says, that's it. So, well, I've actually converted some clowns, Ryan. I've actually converted some to followers. So it's only when they start like calling me names or calling other people in the chat names. It's like, don't do that. Goodbye. Silver will easily pierce 100. Just watch. Well, eventually, I give it a year or two and maybe, but not this month. I don't think so. More money will come to the market once football season is over. The sports betting. You know, Joshua, that's a good point. That's a good point, especially for the NFL, college football too. So much money. And it's so easy with those apps, right? It's just right there on your phone. So, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I gave up sports betting a couple years ago. It's like, nope, not going to do it again. It's just too much gambling. I'd rather gamble with crypto, of which I've done very well. So I'll stick with this. And my stock swing trading. Well, thank you, Mamba. Appreciate it. It's all about the coin count with Doge. It's all about the coin count, as I say. CDC, welcome, welcome. There'll be a lot of betting in the playoffs and up to the Super Bowl. Huge betting. Yeah, so that's not till what, the first week of February, Super Bowl? Something like that. So I'm the best answer tuber. I'm an answer tuber. Thank you, Chad. I'll take that. Ricky Ricardo, would you stop with the sheep? Man, go find it. Go find a sheep YouTuber. If you want to keep pumping your sheep bags, okay? Just go find a sheep YouTuber, of which there aren't any anymore because nobody cares. Really, nobody cares. The sheep army is gone. Sheeparium was a joke. It's like, you can come here and you can talk about Doge if you want, but sheep, really? Hey, Crypto Prince is home. I know. What's up with that ship? right? There's the crude oil ship that's out there in the Atlantic somewhere. Exactly. That's what I said. So I don't know why this guy is like pumping. He's got sheet bags and he's pumping them. And he's like, he's so wrong. Sheep is going the other way, like I showed. It's going the other way. It's going down. Down. Yes, it did go up the first 3 days of the year. Awesome. But that's it. That's all you get. You should have sold at the top. $20.25 Olia from Texas. We got a number of Texans here in the chat. Greetings to you. Yeah, I don't get the GoBots thing. You got 2026 as a big Doge run-up. So I talked about that. If you saw my 2026 Dogecoin price prediction video that I made the other day, that's always the wild card, isn't it? It's always the wild card. Doge can go on big runs in bear markets. Just look at October 2022 and you'll see everything else was dead and Dogecoin doubled in price in like 3 days. Why was that? When Elon bought Twitter, October 2022. Everything else was going down, was in the tank. Bear, bear, bear. Market sentiment down, fear. And Dogecoin went up like 2.5x because Elon bought Twitter. So X money has the ability to do that for Doge. Even if Doge isn't even on X money, it's not on X. It's just because Elon did something that may include Dogecoin at some point in the future, right? That's enough to pump Doge backs. Thumbs up. Doge still holding 15 cents. Doing well. Dipped a little bit below it here earlier this evening, but came right back up. That's a good sign. Still below 15.4 resistance. That's 15.4, the bottom of the red box. 15.4 is resistance. So that's what we have for the night live stream. Glad you all could join in. I'm about to lose my voice. Got a little crazy at the football game today. Well, at the bar where I was watching the football game. I wasn't actually at the game. It was cold out there. But we had fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. We will check in tomorrow. I'll be live again Monday, normal time. That's 4 o'clock East Coast time will be my next live stream. So, hey, I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday, or it's already Monday where you are. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.